The 5W criteria can add context to your investigation and turn a topic into a research question. The who describes an individual or select population you are investigating. The what describes a specific aspect or element that directly impacts the who. When is a time frame in which you might limit your investigation. Where is a geographical location where you might focus. And the why is the reason why this investigation is important or meaningful. The why is not necessarily a part of the final research question, but more informative of the scope of the project in general. So let's try an example. We want to research the effectiveness of vaccine timelines in young children. We can use the 5 Ws to specify the scope of our investigation. We want to investigate flu vaccine timelines for U.S. preschool children using the last 20 years of data, because extending the vaccine timeline for young children may lead to increased occurrences of flu. So our research question becomes, does extending the timeline of the initial flu vaccine lead to an increased number of flu cases in the U.S. based on the last 20 years of data? Consider your new research question in light of your investigation. Does it fit your task? If you are investigating whether or not your child should get the flu shot at 6 months old, this research question might be a little too broad. If you are writing a book about the history of vaccines in the U.S., it's too narrow. If you're writing a 5-page paper about an aspect of flu transmission, it's probably just right. You can also use the 5 Ws to broaden the scope of investigation to fit your task. If your task is to write a book on the history of vaccines in the U.S., you could change the criteria in this way. Preschool children becomes Americans, vaccine timelines becomes vaccines, and you'll want to extend the timeline back to the first recorded instances of pandemic illness in the U.S. We're still talking about a single country, so we'll leave United States, and the purpose of our investigation becomes broader. If your topic is too broad or vague, you may be overwhelmed with information. If your question is too narrow, you might not find anything at all. Before you start your investigation, take a moment to refine your question. This step will help you focus your search and zero in on what you need to find. Imagine the universe of information available on a given topic as water escaping from a fire hose. You can use the 5W criteria to help make the flow more manageable.